Hello, my name is Colton Cannon, and for my CHIP project, I did an assessment of the point-of-sale environment in Dane County, Wisconsin. So I worked with Public Health Madison in Dane County and the Tobacco-Free Columbia-Dane County Coalition. So the purpose of my project was to analyze the point-of-sale environment here in Dane County. And if you look below, there are some important reasons why the point-of-sale environment is very important to us. So as you can see, there's a lot of money spent on tobacco marketing annually. There are a lot of disparities that exist. And we also see that here in Wisconsin we have higher rates of alcohol usage, and we have, like the rest of the country, we have issues with food insecurity. So it was important for us to measure this because the point of sale environment is often the main interaction between the consumer. So it was important for us to look at that. So for the methods, we randomly selected 56 out of 451 tobacco licensed retailers. So we used the list of all the tobacco retailers and we assessed them. So here's a distribution of the different types of stores we assessed. So majority of them were convenience stores, but there were tobacco stores, grocery stores, drug stores, mass merchandisers, etc. So here are some of the raw results. Feel free to pause and take a closer look at them. Here is a graph of menthol advertisements by percent minority population, so whether they had menthol advertisements on the exterior of the retailer. As we've seen from previous research, menthols are particularly advertised to more minority populations, so we just wanted to see what it looked like here in Dane County. Here is a graph or a map of the e-cigarette advertisements in proximity to schools. E-cigarettes are especially appealing to youth, so it's important that we see how close certain elementary schools are, middle schools and high schools. So this is a graph, so we can see the average distance is 481 feet, with the nearest being 953 feet. So here's the alcohol raw results. Again, feel free to pause and take a closer look. Here is an alcohol data map. So this allowed us to map all the alcohol outlets by median household income. And on the next page you can see that there is a correlation between alcohol licenses and median household income. So as the median household income increases, the alcohol retailers tends to decrease, as you can see by the negative trend line that was fit. Here is nutritional raw results. So this is just some of the data we found, particularly involving usually fruits and vegetables, milk, other things like that. So we did a map of the tobacco outlets that have fruit and vegetables by median household income. So here is a chart of that. So 0 being neither, 1 being fruit or vegetable, and 2 being both. So when looking at the results, it's important to see what type of recommendations we have. So here are some evidence-based policy recommendations for each of the following types. So for tobacco, alcohol, and nutrition, we have special recommendations that can go with those. So the future of environmental scans, so what kind of issues we saw this, what can we do better the next time. So yes or no questions don't convey potentially useful quantitative information. So as you can see in this photo of that store, there is a ton of e-cigarettes and other types of cigarette advertisements on the exterior, but it doesn't necessarily convey sheer quantitative information. So one store might have 1, another might have 50, so it's important to note that. Also, people don't always buy products where they live. They might buy it on their way home from work, for instance. Also, these scans can be conducted over multiple years, so we can have a trend and be able to look at trends and any changes to the point of sale environment. So here are the citations, and if you have any questions or want more information, this is my contact information, and feel free to reach out to me.